So the nice thing is we get to wear turquoise this weekend. It's a tradition we have to wear turquoise at a national championship, honoring our university, our city, and our state. So look for the turquoise this weekend if you get a chance to watch it. It's a live broadcast at 9:15 a.m. Mountain Time. Ran well at the Mountain Regional, ran within ourselves. We did hold out two runners, Graceland Larkin and Alondra Negron. Graceland has been in our top 5 all year. She's just a freshman, so we thought it would be best for her just to have a rest and not risk going up and having her be at her first real big race there and have something go wrong. She's super fit, super healthy, so we'll add her back into the mix this weekend. And be a great meet. It's going to beautiful Terre Haute, Indiana, right where I grew up. I grew up 30 minutes from there, and so I get to see home a little bit, which will be nice.
Coach, go ahead, man. How are you guys doing heading in? Because I know you wanted to save your legs, and you guys show up at regionals and what it's like.
Well, yeah, that was not necessarily expected, but she said she was running comfortably within herself. It was a very nice day. The weather was perfect, probably 60 degrees, perfect footing. So it was an ideal day to run. The team, I felt, ran within themselves. It's interesting because you're going in there trying not to overexert yourself, but then by not overexerting yourself, you kind of feel a little flat and you don't feel the best. But we had a good long run on Sunday, a nice workout today, and now we're done. Give them emergency and hope you don't get a cold.
Now that the hay's in the barn and there's nothing really to do training-wise, how do you keep your runners relaxed and focused?
Well, I'll get to show them where I grew up, so that should make them laugh. We'll just take it lightheartedly. You know, we're going to have Thai food tomorrow night for dinner, which is something we've never done before, but we always try to think outside the box. Last weekend we had Indian food before we ran, so that one was different. But we're a few days out, and just keep it lighthearted. That's what we do. We'll be in Greencastle, Indiana. That's where we're going to stay. That's where I actually went to high school, so we're going to stay there for 2 nights on Thursday and Friday and drive up. It's 28 miles away, and it's a nice, easy drive, so we're going to do that, and we tend to like to stay away from crowds and people. So we'll be in Greencastle, drive up for the race. Keep it lighthearted. You know, we're at DePaul University. They can walk around. They can do their homework. The university will be open at some level where they can get to the library and things like that.
Hey, Coach, you probably know since you grew up in that area, that's where Chief Blackhawk is trying to sack Fox.
I grew up in there. I spent a lot of time there. I've never heard that story. So,
Well, the tribe, it's where he was from, and the tribe moved into Illinois.
okay.
But there's a legend, if you do the buffalo dance, good things will happen.
I don't know what the buffalo dance is,
You get to it where you
but if you show me, I may repeat
We
it.
love that, Marty.
So it could be a good luck charm for you, the buffalo dance.
Yeah, well, if I do that in Greencastle, I may end up in jail, but I know where the jail is, so that's right down the road from where we're staying. So.
Coach, how do you like your chances, and why do you explain why you like it?
It's the first time we've been fit and healthy all year. We did have some kids early in the year, especially important meets that either weren't here for the World Championships or that were sick. And everybody's healthy. Literally, heart rates are low. It's one of the things we check is heart rates are low. And we're going in for the first time with everybody healthy and excited and getting ready to go. When you have Wayne and Edna out front, Adva, who's running the World Championships, Hannah, who's run exceptionally well on the track, and then we add another group of 5 for 3 scores. It's a really good team, and strange things happen in this race. I've seen people that have been expected to win go out and finish 150th. I've seen teams that have been expected to win and do well that don't do well. So we're not going to change anything. We're going to be lighthearted and enjoy it. We have a bus coming down that's been with us since we won the national championship in 2015. A bus that's going to be there that's from Indianapolis. It's a Colts bus. It's kind of fun. So it'll be there on Saturday, and it's we just keep it lighthearted and easy, because the only thing we're going to do now is stress out and miss the free throw with no time left on the clock, and that happens to a lot of people.
And so, kind of just along that, you're talking about monitoring heart rates and just making sure everybody's rested and healthy and things like that. So once you guys actually, get to Indiana, how much coaching are you going to be doing once you guys get there?
Well, it depends on what you define as coaching. So, I think it's going to be constant, because it's making sure people have what they need, they're in the right place, they're not too stressed out. Is there anything physically we're going to do to get any better? No, there's not a darn thing we're going to do physically to get any better. It's all going to be mental preparation, and our mental preparation is very individualized, very free-flowing. We're not going to have a team meeting that lasts an hour and a half. Our team meetings, if they go longer than 5 minutes, it's a problem. So there's nothing we're going to do other than take care of ourselves and have fun.
What city did you grow up in?
I grew up in Greencastle, Indiana.
Can you talk about the conditions there?
Just growing up for the conditions. Well, Indiana, the Midwest this time of year, you never know what you're going to get. Last year we got a semi-blizzard at Wisconsin. This year it's going to be a little wet. It's not raining right now, but it's supposed to rain Thursday and Friday. No snow in the forecast. The front will come through, and it looks like there's not going to be much wind on Saturday. So I'm guessing the course will be a little soft, but it's on a clay. I think it's on an old landfill, so it doesn't get super muddy. The footing should be good. It's a dedicated cross-country course that the city of Terre Haute and Wabash Valley Sports Center take really good care of it and take pride in what they're doing. Yeah.
Coach, do you think if Marty did the Buffalo dance, the social demonstration, would it help with you guys?
It may. I mean, at this point, if you told me to have a jalapeno before the race, it'll help. I'll eat a jalapeno.
How do you really know? Like Weenie didn't hold back. Not winning by 52 seconds or whatever. I mean, do the athletes tell you they're holding back? I mean, are they letting you know, or how do you really? Well,
you can get to. You never know. You have a goal to relax in the regional. You talk about those things. But once the gun goes off, they can't hear us. They're in a zone. They're chasing a golf cart. They're doing whatever it is. You just never know what's going to happen. And one of the things we don't want to do is we don't want to overcoach. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to run a 4-minute mile. And you go out and you hit 63 seconds the first 400. You're immediately going to go, oh, gosh, it's over. Well, it may not actually be over, but mentally you're thinking it's over. So if we sit there and say, hey, we want you to be in 20th place the first 1,000 meters, and you end up in 50th place, then panic sets in. Or you end up in 10th place and panic sets in. So we like to give a range. Let's try to be in this group of people. Let's try to do this. And move from there. Because there are certain things that are going to happen. You know that kind of the middle group should probably be in, for example, just hypothetically, 30 to 60. So that's a range. Now within those 30 to 60, that's probably only a second and a half when you're at a big race. It's purely position. So what we want to do is give kids ranges and let them run with how they feel. Some is going to be dictated by weather and wind. Some will be dictated by what's going on in front of them, and some may do the dictating.
Coach, how powerful is the visualization in the middle of the visualization before the race? The kids get themselves in the visual.
I think you don't want to change what you do every day. So if you're not visualizing every day before practice, why would you change and add something different? You'd probably make a good chili, right? Why would you add something different the day before you cook it, just to try it? You're going to do the same thing that you're going to do with practice. Our warm-up takes about 50 minutes. That's what it took today. So we're not going to go out there and do a lot of different things. So visualization, sure, we may talk to them during practice, hey, visualize passing people this last 600 meters of this rep. But to sit and visualize and talk about, all right, there's a hill here, there's a hill there, we don't get that specific. And I don't want to say never, but it's probably not ever going to happen.
So you mentioned about keeping things lighthearted. Last week you talked about
the workout that was kind of, lighthearted? I mean, how significant was that workout where people were kind of in a good mood?
Well, it's been that way now for about 4 weeks, where people have been super positive, super supportive of each other. And it just takes the tension off. They have enough tension. I have one student that has to get a project in today by 11:59 p.m. That's causing stress. This is a release to her being out here running, where she's focused on 11:59 test, where now we're focusing on, all right, now make sure you're eating and getting fuel, don't drink too much coffee to stay up, let's be methodical in everything you do so that maybe you get that project done by 8:59. That would be nice. I would like that. So, the lightheartedness is that's just how we have to be, and that's how we've always been for the last 10 years.
What about the weather? Is that important to you? I mean, do you have players that do better in certain conditions, or?
Well, I think everybody will have, some people run well on a wet course, some people will run well on a dry course. But the common denominator is you cannot fake fitness. You can't go out in a national championship over 6,000 meters and be a little bit unfit and hope you're going to fake it and run well, because it's not going to happen. You're either fit or you're not as fit, and that's what separates people. So the course absolutely can play, have impact the outcome, but not significantly. It may take a team that should be first to third, but that team is not going to, finish 31st or 28th unless they unfortunately get some food issues or something like that, or the flu going through. So, yeah.
And the last thing I have is, what about like Weenie? Does she want to be up front and have the lead most of the race and stay up front? That's what she seems to do a lot.
Well, it just depends. There's been a couple of times she's run within the group. She did that last year at the national championship. She did that when she won the NCAA title in the 10,000. She was with the group till 2 miles left. So it's just going to be dependent upon how she's feeling on that day, because you never know what you're going to feel like when you wake up. You hope that you wake up feeling great and feeling good, but also waking up and feeling a little off is not indicative of how you're going to perform.